Welcome along, everybody. It is semi-final, second leg time in the EFL Championship playoffs. It is Sheffield United 3, Bristol City 0 going into this second leg at Bramall Lane. So we are about to see either Sheffield United get the job done or one of the greatest playoff comebacks that, well, maybe the greatest playoff comeback given the the level we're playing at, the fact that they've got to go away from home, and the points differential between the two sides earlier, well, through the 46 game period in the season. Let me know if you can hear me loudly and clearly. And we will get into the action here. It is Sheffield United versus Bristol City. One of these teams is 90 minutes away from Wembley, or potentially 120 minutes from Wembley. But if we even got to extra time tonight, it would be quite something, wouldn't it? We've got a couple of super chats to shout out straight away. Ashley, the curator of Burger Turtle, channel legend, $4.99 on the super chat. Ashley, thank you so much. We've got a target of 5. That is 1 for 5. And also Liam, who's always very, very kind as well. Evening Ben, do I believe in miracles? Well, I do believe in miracles, but they're miracles for a reason, aren't they? Because they happen very, very infrequently, don't they? So, yes, if that's where we're going with this. Thank you for the super chats. It'd be amazing if we could get to 5 early in the stream, so I don't have to keep plugging that. We've already got 2 out of the 5. Thank you, guys. And remember, it's absolutely free just to hit the thumbs up button. So shall we do it straight off in this stream and get ourselves a like spike going? We already have, if I press the correct buttons here, 24 likes on YouTube. We'll see if we can get closer to 50. Hit like. You've got 11 seconds. Well, let's say some hellos in the comments here. Kieran is at the game. Well done, any Bristol City fans who are travelling tonight. You could be forgiven for staying home and watching this one on the TV after the first leg went 2-0 and 3-0. But, yeah, fair play. Jeff, welcome. Harrison. Sandra also at the game. I already said hello to Ashley. Thank you for your super chat, Mustafa. Harrison, welcome. Ewan, Asher, Penguin, Stefan. Who else are we saying hello to in here? Kelly, Polska, and here to witness the mother of all comebacks. It would be the mother of all comebacks, wouldn't it? Dave, welcome. Dubai Canary, Dano, Felix, welcome. Bungalow, Rich, Nick, Robert, Peter, and we have a super chat. Thank you so much, Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel Jackson, thank you so much, Samuel. £5 on the super chat, and he's got his prediction in early there. Blades 1, Bristol City 0. What did me and Sam say? I had a 1-1, and Sam had a 2-1 Sheffield United win. You could see Bristol City just winning it 1-0 and Sheffield United just going, okay, well, that's fine. We're at Wembley. Away you go. But, yeah, we'll do predictions in a bit. I will say no more. Shall we just look at team news first, and then we'll get into your predictions for this one, and we'll find out whether anyone thinks, this could be the mother, father, auntie, and uncle of all comebacks tonight in the playoffs. So let's have a look at the teams. Normal question to you guys. Who are you looking forward to seeing playing? Who are your potential match winners? Who would be the Superman, frankly, it's going to take to drag Bristol City through this one? Here come the team lineups. Can you eat the final segment of your orange in 24 seconds? There you go. There's a spoiler alert for you there behind the fourth wall. Just about, wasn't it? Just about. Right, let's look at team news here then. So, Sheffield United, it is, and remind me how many changes this. It only looks like Brooks and Cannon are the only. I think it's 2 changes, but someone will correct me if I'm wrong in the comments here. Cooper in goal for the Blades. Chowdhury and Burrows. Obviously, Burrows opened the scoring from the spot. Ashton Gate are the fullbacks. Robinson, Ahmed Hodzic, Souza and Peck in central midfield. Harmer left and Brooks right. Obviously, Brooks came off the bench and scored. So did O'Hare. O'Hare is not in the starting lineup. Tom Cannon is. He partners Kefir Moore. That is your Blades 11. Let me just give you the bench for United as well. Davies, Gilchrist, Holding, McCallum, O'Hare, Brewster, Davies, Raksaki, Campbell. So yeah, it was Campbell and Brewster, I think, are the 2 that are out from the first leg. Let me just say a huge thank you to Caden. That is Super Chat number 4. We only need 1 more and then we've hit the target. Caden says there, thanks for all the content this year. You're so welcome, Caden. Honestly, it's an absolute privilege to do this. Sometimes have these moments that I share with you guys of what's going on here? Why are they listening to me? You know, I'm just a fan with a big mouth, but there you go. We have this platform now and I'm going to blooming enjoy it while we're here. Bristol City, O'Leary in goal. I don't know if Anna is still in the chat, can help us with the team shape here. Footmob says a back 3 of Tanner, Viner and Roberts. That makes some sense, doesn't it? So Tanner would just tuck in and play centre back with McCrory one side and a returning Cameron Pring at left wing back. It's Jason Knight and Max Bird in central midfield. Remember Williams, I think Liam Manning said he'd actually done his knee ligaments or ankle ligaments or some nasty injury and he played on for a while longer and did a big sprint as well. So I think Williams might be a few weeks on the treatment table. Twine and Earthy are playing off. Naki Wells up top. On the bench, Bajic, Morrison, Cornick, Maguane, Hirakawa, Mehmeti, Bell and Armstrong. They've got no defenders on the bench. Bristol City have literally got no defenders on the bench at all. I don't know what Elijah Morrison does. I don't know, is he wing back or something like that? But they are absolutely down to the bare bones there in terms of centre-backs. And, you know, really, Hayden Roberts and Tanner and Viner. I've seen them all play full-back before, I'm pretty sure. But there you go. Look, there is Harry Maguire entering. I saw Chris Kamara as well. The good and the great here coming to watch Sheffield United at downtown Bramall Lane. There you go. Morrison is a left wing back. Thank you, Nick. So yeah, they've basically got no centre backs on the bench at all. Yeah, we don't have any defenders, so that figures. Please, no injuries in defence. The Bristol City fans will be saying. Let's try and read some comments down here. What have we got up here? Jack, legend. Remember, Jack came on. Proper excellent betting expert. Jack, you can see him all over doing that. Did our predictions. We predicted all 10 promoted and relegated, didn't we? In fact, we should look back at those, Jack, shouldn't we? Been a while. Always look forward to seeing Scott Twine. Let's see him rein in a few efforts. Sounds like Jack is on trying to have 2 or more shots, or over 1.5, I reckon. Reading between the lines. The real hope. I think this is a dead rubber. Could well be. Could well be. We will find out. What else have we got in the chat here? Any chance of a South Coast derby watch along next season? You bet your life. I'm sure they'll put that one on TV, won't they? Saints and Pompey. Nice to see Cammy at the game. Always. Hope Bristol City actually make a fight of it. It's difficult, isn't it? It's so difficult. Ben, much prefer your commentary to a confusing Argentinian one. Well, there you go. I'm sure if you could speak... What language do they speak in Argentina? Is it Spanish? Is there such language as Argentinian? I don't even know. Whatever language that be, I'm sure it makes more sense than what I'm saying. But we'll stick with the English here. Gavin, legend. I haven't spoken to Gavin for a while. One of our Luton friends. And yeah, commiserations. Luton down to League One. Keep up the great work, Ben. Thank you, Gavin, so much on the Super Chat. Luton will be back soon. Well, they should be hot favourites when we get into the League One predictions next year. They'll be down there with a, even if they lose 4 or 5 players, they should still have an excellent squad and a year 2 parachute payment to play with as well. And oh, Jack, you are too kind. I think we've made it. Looks like we made it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. 6 super chats. We made a target of 5. Jack, you legend. Thanks for all your hard work this season. Top grade content, top man. Thank you. And let us know if you want to see Jack back on the channel, maybe in the close season or next season. I think it was a really good show that we did. I can't think when that was, Jack. Was it January sometime, maybe? Right, players are coming out at Bramall. 3-0 aggregate here. This should be easy for Sheffield United, but you never know. Can Bristol City do the extraordinary here? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Remember, we're partnered with the EFL, amazingly, for these watch-alongs here. Get involved over at Fantasy EFL Playoffs as we start the second legs. You can join the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel League as well. I think nearly 100 of you have as well. Fantastic. So go and get involved. I don't think we have the link in the description, but if you go back a couple of videos, you'll find the link in the description as well. Make sure you go and get involved with that and the league code. One more before we start. How about that? Dubai Canary, thank you so much. €5. Unfortunately, Bristol City have more chance of winning Spot the Ball than overturning this one. Well, we shall see. Bit of a kick clash. They're both wearing red. Interesting. I put my thumbnail with Bristol City wearing cream. I haven't seen this yet, so we will have a looky. Right, let's get all sorted. We're about to kick off semi-final, second leg. Is Sheffield United 3 up after the first leg, so we'll stick a 0-0 up there, but really, that's 0-0 on the night. 3-0 on aggregate. And how do you see it going? Just before kickoff, I haven't hit the predictions button. Get them in and we'll pop them up as the game starts. Okay, sorry. My bad. You've got 24 seconds. Get your score predictions in here for tonight. And does anybody put a big star on there if you've actually got Bristol City qualifying for the final? Get your predictions in right now. Away you go. Get those predictions in. We'll put as many up as we can as the game kicks off here. And if you seriously think Bristol City are going to qualify, please go ahead. Head over to my friends at Boyle Sport and get some money on it, because you are going to clean up if indeed they do. We are off and running. I'll reset the teams. I'm going to put your predictions up on the screen as we go through the first minute or so of this one. The ball is back with Max O'Leary. Where do the predictions start? Let's get some of these. Here we go, Callum. 2-1 Blades. Where next? Where do I begin? 4-4 full time. 5-5 after extra time. Sheffield United on penalties. This is an aggregate scoreline, I take it. 1-1. Nil effing nil. Get in there. Desmond. 2-1. 1-0 City, 2-0 Blades, 2-1 Blades, 2-1 Blades. 4-0 Bristol City. I mean, what price are you going to get on that? 2-1 Blades, 3-1 Blades, 2-1 Blades, 2-0 Blades. 4-0 City, there you go, there's a couple. 3-0. That'd be a big aggregate. I did on my research find out that Brentford are the last team to actually go 2-for-2 defeats in 2015. So Bristol City would get a bit of an unwanted record there. They'd be the first team out of 36 to not actually get, something other than a defeat in a playoff competition. Right, let's get the rest of these up. Sorry if I don't read them all out. There we go. So a few of you have got the kind of narrow Bristol City win, but obviously Sheffield United still qualifying. Right, have we got everybody covered there? If you've not had your prediction clicked up on the screen, put it back in. Here come Bristol City. Charging towards the edge of the box there was Jason Knight. Ahmed Odzic half clears. Knight puts that not far around the post. Or was it Earthy? Excuse me, with the left foot. Everyone's been telling me about early goals in these games. Will we get one? Excuse me, it was Scott Swine, not Jason Knight. Or George Earthy. Deary me. Not far wide. Would have liked to have worked the keeper early in the game. Would a Bristol City goal change things at all? Would the atmosphere turn a little bit? I don't know. You tell me. Pring. Roberts chasing forward. Is Pring playing centre-back then and Roberts playing wing-back? Or did they just end up in that? But it looks like that's the case. Maybe not as we projected at the start of the game. William would love Stockport or Orient to get promoted. There you go. Tick them off on your away grounds list. Bird. Twine. Given away. Robinson to Burrows. First touch of the ball really for the Blades. Remember, every minute that ticks down at 0-0, the impossible task gets more unlikely. Especially if you get over halfway. Here comes Harmer down the left. Harmer strokes that one inside. There's a bit of a slip there as Peck went and picked it up. Shot driven goalwards by Tom Cannon over the bar. Defender just stumbled there. This one gets cut across by Gus Harmer. Whoop. He could have run past him, Peck, there. Not that he knew that Pring was going to slip, but he did. In the end, Cannon spins and hits. Not a bad strike, that, actually. Nice line on it. Just goes over the crossbar. Evening, Stephen. Knight. McCrory. Knight to Bird. Switch of play. Roberts. Brooks nicks in there. Knocks it out for a throw-in. Sheffield United 0, Bristol City 0, 5 minutes in. It's a cream shirt, isn't it? Yeah, so there is no kick clash in my humble opinion, but unfortunately, if you're colourblind, you might struggle with it. I am fortunately not. So it looks all right to me, but I understand there are people in the world with needs greater than my own. Roberts had a lot of joy against wing-back. Yeah, he did, didn't he? Yeah. I remember actually now. Kept switching the play out to him, didn't they? They'll be ready for that. Lyndon, a Blade fan in Braintree. Very nice. When was the last time I was in Braintree? I actually had to drive up to Colchester. And it took me up the A120. And you always queue up the hill near Freeport Braintree, don't you? You never, whatever time of day. It's a bit like going past Heathrow, isn't it? Always going to queue. Brilliant week of playoff football coming up, by the way, guys. Tonight, obviously, this one, easing us in. Sunderland Coventry tomorrow night. I'll see how I feel by Wednesday, but it's Stockport Orient, which does sound a really good one, doesn't it? And then on Thursday, it's Charlton Wycombe. Friday, we're into League Two, Walsall Chesterfield. And then Saturday, sort of lunchtime before the FA Cup final, is Wimbledon versus Notts County. So you've basically got an entire week, other than Sunday, of playoff football. You love to see it. Roberts, coming down the left. Vinny Souza, big tackle. Vindaloo, has Wilder told them to stifle the first half or nick a goal? They're just sitting at the moment. They're probably hoping that Bristol City will punch themselves out within 20-25 minutes and they can score a goal and it's all done. Do I think West Brom will get promoted next season? Well, if you're asking me right now, throstle on a bush. No, because I don't know who their manager's going to be. And the transfer window hasn't closed. So it's difficult to say. But I can't say yes right now. I need to see a nice managerial hire in there first off. Stockport Orient was the best of the first six. Yeah, we had a few good first legs, didn't we? Roberts crosses that in. McCrory arriving, as he has done very well to end the season from right wing back. Did he win the corner? Looked like it might have got a nick off Burrows on the cover, did it? I don't know. Here's a better angle. Yeah, it came off Burrows, didn't it? Don't think McCrory touched it. Should be a corner to Bristol City. Which Max Bird will take. In it comes left-footed from Bird. Nice one into the near post. I say nice one into the near post. Shirt pulling. Who was that on who? Knight on Ahmed Hodzic, I think, possibly. Referee Banks whistles him for it. We're going to say a big thank you to Paul. Thank you, Paul. Will I be live with Matt SB tomorrow? I will not, but we did do our EFL playoff predictions for League 1 and League 2 today, and they're already up on Matt's channel. So if you want to check that out, go and give that a thumbs up. That would be tremendous. Hi, Ben. Do you think Aston Villa will get a Champions League spot? Struggling right now, although I think they've got quite good fixtures, haven't they? Pass. 60-40 against, I reckon. Up in the Premier League, Earthy. Familiar to the other night, actually, in that Bristol City having a lot of the ball. You want a number, don't you? 61% possession thus far. Bird, that's a great ball. And this is a nice looking opening. Cut that back. Big chance. Twine. Oh, too slow. Too slow. The ball could have gone quicker into Twine. And then it needed a first time shot, didn't it? But Bristol City looking all right. Yeah, looking all right to start this one. Can they get that goal that would really make people take notice? Sam was arguing today on our predictions. It's a great ball that by Max Bird. Now, Roberts, touch, play it now. He has another touch. Twine's almost stumbling as he comes in. That extra touch killed it, didn't it? It needed to be touched, pull it back, go. And then Twine could have got a pretty uncontested first-time shot off from well inside the box. Yeah. Don't tempt me with this stuff, Ben. Oh, that one's fed in looking for Wells. Wells is going to pick that one up. Songs with... nicely intercepted by Sousa, by the way. Wells did pick it up, tried to cut it back from McCrory. Songs with tonight's player names in. Wake up, little Sousa. You like that? I'll sing them if I like them. Roberts knocks that inside. Bird. This is good from Bristol City. Knight hits the shot. They've got to score, haven't they? They've pretty much, if they're going to have 3 periods on top in this game, they've got to score in all of them, haven't they? Bristol City has started really well. Yeah, they have, haven't they? It's difficult to tell, Alistair, how much of that is Sheffield United kind of sitting back and letting them try and blow themselves up, if you know what I mean. But that's a dangerous game to play, isn't it? Neil, thoughts on a new rule? If a keeper wastes time, becomes a corner. How about a player going down injured, like faking it if the player do? Yeah, something's got to be done sooner or later. Neil, I think the only way is just the real-time stop clock. And then people will stop because it won't make any difference. It's going to take a while for that, but I think 30-minute halves, real-time stop clock, and the game stops every time the ball goes out of play, basically. I think that would make a gigantic amount of difference. Good spell from Bristol City this. Yeah, agreed. Again, it's just hard to tell because you don't know if Chris Wilder's standing there saying, fine, lads, make them run. Make them run. He's not going to be saying that. He's going to be saying score a goal and kill this one completely. Ahmed Hodzic heads that one back home to Mike Cooper. Did I know Sheffield United have never went up through the playoffs? I did. I'm a big nerd about playoff stuff. Probably be my specialist subject on Mastermind. Then I'd really research it, wouldn't I? O'Leary. 13 gone. Couple of good openings for Bristol City, but haven't worked the keeper yet, have they? There's that switch of play out to Roberts again. Brooks is back goal side. What would be my top 3 European away games that you'd love to go to? Seville, although I could convince the missus for Rome for a quote romantic trip. Anything in the south of France. Monaco would be my best, I think. Dortmund might be quite good fun. And where's the sunniest place we can go? We can go to Greece somewhere. What's the southernmost team in Greece? I'll take it. There must be a team on Sicily as well in Italy, mustn't there? Twine. Wins a throw and takes it quickly. Pring. Yeah, Nice. Work. Yep, perfect. I like it. Milan, Dortmund and Barcelona. Well, as an Ipswich Town fan, I have seen my team play in the San Siro at Milan. Thank you very much. Trying to hit McCrory in the channel there. He's won it in the air, but Cooper's smartly out of his goal. Grabs that one. Just trying to tempt Wells into fouling him there, but Wells was wise to it. Oh, Palermo, there you go. Okay. My MD in my band is from Sicily. He's bonkers, bless him, as you'd imagine. I'd say that to his face. Sue me. McCrory. So, this is good from Bristol City, but where's it going? They've got to score. Surely they're not going to spend the whole game, you know, moving the ball around, lots of sprints into the box. They need to score, because you'd imagine it's going to ebb and flow towards Sheffield United at some point soon. night. Chowdhury in the channel knocks that out for a throw-in. Hope you're feeling better than me, says Paul. I have an awful cold again. Do I sound better? I'm blowing my nose less. It's not great, but we're getting there. Moore back on the edge of his box, nice and neat and tidy. Burrows goes long, looking for Harmer. Slice by Tanner. Throw in Blade's going to get up the pitch a little bit. I'd love to go to a Dortmund game. Okay, me, you and Burger Turtle, Ashley. We're going to Dortmund. The Yellow Wall. Mike, welcome. Australia. They'll be in the Champions League soon, won't they? Who would I like to see in the final? I don't mind. Really. There's a selfish answer as an Ipswich fan that you want parachute teams out of the league, but that is extremely selfish, I admit. Would be nice to see new teams get up and have a chance at the Premier League. But Sheffield United are odds on to be in the final here. Throw in the right back area. Just the last couple of minutes, Sheffield United had just stemmed what was some pretty sturdy pressure from Bristol City, albeit 3 shots, only the 1 on target thus far. In my opinion, what is the best ground in the 92 and what team has the best atmosphere? Oh, crikey. Get involved with that one in the chat. I really used to like Main Road before they knocked that one down. Always like Villa Park, Forest. This one here, Sheffield United's always good. Leeds. Basically, the older the club and the older the ground, the better the atmosphere tends to be, doesn't it? Although, to be fair, Derby's pretty good, and that's a, quote, new build. Millwall's always great, loud, isn't it? I'm just naming every championship team now, aren't I? Twine. Bustles through. Wells turns, hits the shot, deflected. If that had got a bit more of a deflection, Cooper's in trouble there. As it happened, I think it might have deflected actually into his arms, but that could have spooned off. Did it actually move off Chowdhury? I don't think it did. I thought it changed direction a little bit. Maybe it didn't. Yeah, Hillsborough's good. Loftus Road, yeah. Midweek, very good. Just book your seat well in advance, yeah? Bristol City have started very well. Just need a goal. Well, exactly. This is the whole thing. Is that if we were just judging this as a one-off game, you'd be very happy about what Bristol City are doing, wouldn't you? But I hate to make it all about goals because often that's a bit reductive. But if they don't score, it's irrelevant. They're going home. So they need a goal. Like now. Excuse me. Harmer tries to feed that through to Brooks. Brooks has got beyond Roberts. Turns back. Knocks it into Peck. Peck thought about crossing it. Kefir Moore didn't even make a run then, as if to say, look, don't put it in the box from there. Nicely worked. Sousa back to Peck. Now this is going to get crossed, surely. Or is Brooks going to have a dribble at Roberts? Twine doubles up. Chowdhury crosses in. Moore looked like he fouled McCrory, I thought, but not given. And Sousa's going to try and recycle and start things all over again. Yeah, Coventry's good, isn't it? For a new build, yeah, for sure. Fratton's good, yeah. Yeah, very nice. We're lucky, aren't we? So many great clubs, great stadiums, great atmospheres, fan bases. Just got to get them on the right day, haven't you? Burrows back to Robinson, back to Cooper. We are approaching the first quarter. Souza. Peck. Peck fizzes that into Harmer. And Twine took it off him. McCrory. Looking for that big switch out left again. It's found Wells. He's played the advantage there, Banks. Although it wasn't a massive advantage. Could still have got it out there, actually. If they'd been on it. Throw-in's going to come in from the left from Pring. Poke back into Bird. Earthy lays it off. Well, that is going to find Wells. Knocked into the middle, and Cooper just reaches up, grabs that out of the sky. If he didn't, Earthy's nodding that into an empty net. And still, they're yet to really make a decent opening and work the keeper, aren't they, Bristol City? Despite the fact they are playing well. They are having territory, possession, control, etc. But they've got to score. It really is that binary. I hate binary football analysis, but it just is. They've just got to get themselves a goal, Bristol City, haven't they? That's the deal. Uh, 20,000 at Valley Parade on the last day of the season. Yeah, fantastic. Big fan base there. There is Rob Dickey, who is suspended, of course, from this game after being red-carded in the first game. The key moment of this tie. I'm a bit biased, but Bloomfield Road. Yeah, I've never been to Bloomfield Road, Blackpool, but I hear it's always great and noisy. And lots of people like to go and stay up the night before and get on it in Blackpool, don't they? Hey, happy days. Get on it, get on it. Fired forward. Earthy nearly picks it up. Back to front again, and Brooks has now got it for Sheffield United. A big thank you again to all our glorious super chatters here. One more time for Ashley, Liam, Samuel, Caden, Gavin, Jack, Dubai Canary, and Paul. Thank you, each and every one of you. From the bottom of my heart, this will always be free. But that there is a massive help. Here comes Brooks down the right. 1v1 with Pring. He's gone into the box. Brooks, where's he going? Nowhere fast. They're going to clear their lines through Hayden Roberts. Harmer crosses right-footed, glancing header by Kefir Moore. Up, and over the bar. Just to be a contrarian, but would there be a risk if Bristol City scored early that Sheffield United would... Yeah, maybe, yeah. Dangerous game to play though, isn't it, hey? Wait until too late when you're playing away at a team that scored 24 more points than you throughout the 46-game season. Chowdhury. Up the line. It's going to be a restart for the Blades. Twine says he had his shirt pulled. We play on. Burrows. Harmer. Turns back into trouble. He's been quiet so far. He tends to show up in the playoff games, doesn't he? I thought he was good in the first leg, actually, or the first half of the first leg. before the red card, funnily enough. So the task was 3 goals without reply, or a 3-goal victory in 90 to take this one to extra time. That has now shrunk. 65 minutes remain. Peck. Chowdhury. Sliding tackle there by Pring. Kind of went through, took the ball, and then it bounced straight back. It's been turned over again, though. And Knight pings that into Earthy. He does really well to turn back and face the ball and chest it down, because if he didn't, it was flying past him. Tanner, Earthy, McCrory, crossing position, right-hand side, pops it in. Easy for Robinson. And hoiked up the line to Moore, who chests it, and I think was attempting to lob that over Max O'Leary. Would have been a hell of a goal, that, wouldn't it? Remind me of one scored by Dean Saunders for Aston Villa against Ipswich. And if you can remember that goal, or actually remember Naeem's against David Seaman. Who was he playing for? Zaragoza? Bird. More and more possession. Although it's down to 59 now. But obviously, you know, for every 10 passes, 6 of them are being made by Bristol City at this juncture. As we come up the half-hour mark. Tanner to McCrory to Knight. Viner, who we've not really mentioned yet, have we? Knight again. Slide into Bird, who tries the spinning turn, but Sousa is so good in defensive midfielder, isn't he? Always one of these players who looks like he's always in the way, and then you realise it's not a coincidence. He's reading it. It's over with Chowdhury in the right back area. Robinson. Ahmed Hodzic. Peck. Peck holds on to it. This is fine for Sheffield United. People say, you know, possession for possession's sake, but when you're 3-0 up, it's for the sake of just running that clock down, isn't it? There you go. Pass, pass, pass. So far in the game, though, 2 shots on target, both to Bristol City, but that's for a combined XG of 0.27. All quiet on the attacking front, and if you're Chris Wilder, Sheffield United fan, you're perfectly happy for this to just stay 0-0. No issue at all, is it, with a 3-0 lead on the board. Free kick to the Blades. Out near halfway. And it goes into the box. Big win by Kefir Moore. Clear their lines though, Bristol City. Burrows has got it back, but Moore is sat on his backside holding his knee, which must be to do with how he landed. It was a mighty win in the air for Moore. Just wonder if he strained his knee or tweaked it. It's the right knee. We haven't seen any replays of how he landed. Here we go. Yeah, he goes straight down and holds it. Just landed with his foot completely flat, and he landed on one leg as well, didn't he? So all his weight went down on the right leg, so all the pressure went through his right knee, and it may just have buckled under his weight there. Doctor's just having a look at it. Sky are telling us that he's pretty dominant in the air tonight. Won 6 of his 8 aerial duels. Nice description on comms. He twanged his knee. Looked like it, didn't it? Nil-nil. 3-0 on aggregate. Let us know what else you see happening during the rest of the week. Sunderland Coventry tomorrow night. 2-1. Sunderland lead that one. And then the juiciest one, potentially, is Stockport Orient on Wednesday. 2-2 as things stand. Charlton Wycombe is 0-0. It's difficult, isn't it, not to make, given we know there was no home wins, not to make all the home teams now in the second leg all favourite. It feels that way, doesn't it? Right, that was a fair old stoppage, wasn't it? So probably going to go 4 to 5 minutes first half stoppage time, aren't we? Ahmed Hodzic hooks that over his head. Brooks comes back to gather it. He's going the wrong way, but he has managed to play it into Harrison Burrows. And Harmer has nicked that off Tanner in the channel. Harmer's going to power into the penalty box. Harmer puts it back stick. Oh, that would have summed up this tie, wouldn't it? Where Bristol City have lots of possession, don't do anything with it, and then Sheffield United just score. It's actually quite poor from Harmer in the end. He does brilliantly to carry the ball into the box, but for a player of his quality, that's not a hard cross to pick out. He's got 2 to aim for as well. Cannon and Brooks on the back stick. It should be 1-0 up, really, Sheffield United. That must be a first 0 home wins, surely. Yeah. I only have the data for the Championship, so I can't say for certain, but surely. Souza. Knocked forward, he gets it back. Tanner hooks it up in the sky. And Cooper knocks it out to Chowdhury. Are you okay, Ben? I'm just a caring person. You seem tired. No, I'm not okay. I've been, as you know, if you've been watching through the weekend, I've been ill for probably like 5 or 6 days now. It feels like we're getting to the bottom end of it now, but... Oh, given away by O'Leary. And there's a big block there. Cannon hit the shot. O'Leary gives him the thumbs up and says, thanks for the block. It's Cameron Pring. He's completely shanked the kick. Straight to Cannon. I think O'Leary would have been back in the goal. And Jack Robinson's going to hurl a long throw in. But no, appreciate it, Kieran. It's been a long day, a tough day. And we'll be up again at 6 with the toddler. Maybe I'll get a bit of a rest on Wednesday, I think. Oh, flashed across goal there by Burrows on the right foot this time, off the long throw-in. Just bounces past the far stick. Chested it down. Took deflection, actually, didn't it? Off Pring. Really good block, actually, by Pring, to be fair. Gets his arms out of the way. Hits him on the back. Appreciate it, Kieran. Hope for a speedy recovery. I'm afraid that ship has sailed, mate. It's already been the best part of a week, but we soldier on. Oh, Harmer puts the corner in under the bar. Flapped away by O'Leary as he was like under the crossbar. Shot came back in afterwards, cleared away. Blade's putting pressure on here. Curled in. O'Leary, one arm up. Gets away with that one, doesn't he? Cleared out as far as Chowdhury. Goes in long, and that'll be a nice easy one for O'Leary, who throws that out quite brilliantly, actually. What a great throw that is to Wells. Wells can enter the box here. Can he get it across? Excellent from Bristol City, that. Keeper, good catch, good throw. Wells dribbles, engages. There was no point in that where the ball didn't stop in forward motion down the pitch and they win a corner. Yeah, it's very flappy there. He could have caught that, couldn't he, O'Leary? And there's a bit of cheeky shirt pull there from Tom Cannon round the back of his man. Yeah, that was the fumbled punch as well. And then great catch and a great throw. Right corner goes in from Twine to Earthy. Oh, terrible. It's robbed by Chowdhury, and here comes a big break for Sheffield United. They'll be furious if they concede from this. Harmer tries an overly flamboyant outside of the right foot pass, and it doesn't curl back, so he looks a bit stupid. Just goes straight into the arms. I know he's got the quality to do it, but it's one of those manoeuvres where if you get it wrong, you look very silly. If you get it right, you look like an absolute boss. Medicinal red wine. Red wine. Now you deserve a much needed break where the playoffs are done. Yeah. We'll try. To be fair, we'll still keep the output up on the channel, but I must admit the pressure drops off without having, the regular run of games. God knows what it's like to be a player. But it's very much some weeks you're just into it and chasing your tail from the beginning of the week to the end. But there's worse ways to live, isn't there? Harmer knocks that to Burrows. Nice overlap by Burrows. Burrows into the box. McCrory closes down. Burrows has to knock it back to Harmer. Peck. Harmer. Bristol City back in now. Good defensive work. Peck crosses left-footed. Nice ball, that. Bounces in the danger zone. Keeper can't come and get that. Centre-backs don't want to go in too far to stitch their keeper up and just bounces. And if you're one of those two strikers in there, they're both looking at the other going, who's attacking the back post now? All boxed up. Continue to follow your stuff next season, Leeds fan. Well, hopefully we'll have something for Leeds and Burnley and whoever out of Sheffield United, Bristol City, Coventry and Sunderland. They're going to be up in the Premier League. We're working on it. Corner. Blades. There you go. Needed a young Billy Sharp there. Exactly. Corner's going to come in left-footed eventually. All Moore up on the near post. Game over, ladies and gentlemen. Kefir Moore, standing jump, heads in the opening goal, and that now puts Sheffield United 4-0 up in the tie with 50 minutes remaining. Surely, if we weren't all done when Callum O'Hare got the third goal at Ashton Gate, surely we are now. Moore is the scorer, and it is Sheffield United 1, Bristol City 0, and it is 4-0 on aggregate. Well, if there was going to be the crazy comeback, the kind of rules would have been you have to score every time you're on top and don't give away any easy goals. Make it really hard for Sheffield United to score, and that's just a corner going into the near post and the tallest striker on the pitch heading it in on the near post, and it is 4-0 on aggregate. We can stick the brackets on there so you all know. Oh, I can't be bothered. We needn't bother with that. Sheffield United are 4-0 up and headed to Wembley. That's their first shot on target. Lethal Blades lead 1-0. There you go. Are you Blades fans actually going to get excited now? Just a 4-goal cushion with 50 minutes to go. Game, set, match. Good header. They think it's all over. Very much so. Tie over. Game over. Yeah. Get on Just Park now. Get your train tickets sorted if you haven't already, Blades fans. You're heading to Wembley on the 24th. I will be there. We'll try and get to speak to some Blades fans. We'll do a vlog that day. Liam Manning, poker-faced. He's not selling that it's all over, but he knows. Hi, Ben. Foul on the keeper. Not that I saw. I can have another look. But no, just looked like a more out. Was it McCrory he jumped up with? Yeah, just looked like a good delivery and a good header right under the bar. Here's Moore again. Drills the shot in, blocked by Zviner. Middle of the three centre-backs. It's one in the channel for Wells to chase, but Ahmed Hodzic is over there. Ahead of him. Asked Chat GPT for an interesting factoid. Apparently after Sheffield United 9 failures, next... That can't be right, can it? I'm sure Derby have been in 8 times and only won once. And Ipswich have been in 8 times and only won once as well. Chat GPT. Maybe telling you porkies there, Ben. Reverse ball by Harmer. Ooh. Nearly gets to the back stick where Cannon is waiting and Roberts is going to clear his lines. We're into 3 minutes. First half stoppage time. I thought it'd be longer than that. Robinson goes home to Cooper. Yeah, fair point, Jay. There's many ways of defining worst, isn't it? 0% success rate. The worst is getting to the final and losing as well, isn't it? That sucks. Being that close. Shot timeline. I like these on Sky. The last 6 shots have been from Sheffield United. So if the plan was, let Bristol City come in the first, I don't know, 15, 20, let them punch themselves out and then nick a goal. It's exactly what has happened. Here's Chowdhury. Clipped into the channel. Peck. Crossed in from the right, looking for more again. O'Leary, nice take this time. Tanner. Viner. Pring. 40 seconds of minimum first half stoppage time remaining. McCrory has got it on the right hand side. Bird swings it in. Easy one for Mike Cooper there. In swinging cross would have to have been really, really perfect. He didn't quite get his line right with that one. Hi Ben, I did an ultra marathon. What's an ultra marathon? I assume it's very, very long. Congratulations, well done. It's half time and it's very nearly. Congratulations, Sheffield United, who are 4-0 up on aggregate in this one. We've only got 45 minutes of the tie remaining. So what I described at the start of the show as, you know, potentially the most incredible comeback in playoff history, given we're at the away leg and this is the 6th place team playing the 3rd place team with a 3-goal deficit. Well, you know, what? By the power of 2 now, with an extra goal, we'd literally need 4 goals in the second half, or a 4-goal, or they need to score 4 more than Sheffield United in 45 minutes just to take us to extra time now. So we are looking all done. And I don't want to be all negative about it, but I was saying it at the time. Bristol City were playing well, weren't they? They had the ball, they had the possession, had a few shots without any massive chances. And I said at the time, this is great, but the context is so clear in these games that without a goal, it is irrelevant. And Sheffield United can, you know, sit there and let them run themselves into the ground and maybe they'll go nick a goal. And that is exactly what the Blades did. Kefir Moore from a Harrison Burrows corner on 41 minutes has made it 4-0 on aggregate. Should we get your comments in on the first half? What are we saying here? Blurred Crusade. I went to Burnley v Sheffield United at Wembley 2009. Never did think I'd see Burnley play at Wembley. There you go. Brilliant. Flip it. Blackpool have won. Have Blackpool won the playoffs 6 times? Obviously, that includes League One and League Two, not just Championship. I think Crystal Palace are the kings of their champion. Someone fact check me on that. Have they won 4? Palace? I think they won very early 90s with Wright and Bright. Dave Hopkin, late 90s. Ian Dowie and the win against Sunderland. I can't remember who they beat in the final. About 2004-ish. And then Kevin Phillips. I think they've won it 4 times, Palace. They're definitely the kings of the Championship playoff competition. And here, well, that was fun again. Yeah, it just feels like at this point, Bristol City know they've got the measure of this team and this matchup and this tie, and yeah, just keeping Bristol City at arm's length, aren't they? Sheffield United. Yeah, and that's a fair point, Jay. You want 4 goals for extra time, and we've played 3/4 of this game so far with 0 goals. So not that that's the reason why it can't happen, but it's a fairly reason why it's unlikely to happen. What else have we got here? Chris, Bristol City just taking pot shots, get players riding over. Yeah, I think you're right, Chris. I think Sam was saying that about firepower, and Naki Wells has been fantastically consistent Championship striker over. God, I remember covering him on the Blue Monday podcast in the early days when we were doing it in 2015 or 16, 10 years ago. So, but yeah, he's leading the line for a team in the playoffs in 2025. You'd think they would have had a little bit more there. Oh, amazing. Look at this. We always get one, don't we? Super Stan. Standard as well. Fake name. No profile picture. You look like Anne Girl. You are rubbish. Come on, City. I'm tempted to not block him to see if he says anything else. But yeah, each to their own. And I suppose if Super Stan's goal here was just to get attention, if that gives him a dopamine spike and makes him feel good about his life, he's kind of succeeded here. So who's the real winner in this situation? It's clearly not me, as we go over 46,000 YouTube subscribers. It is Super Stan down in the comments there. What else have we got in here? I think this will end 2-1 Bristol City. Nothing else to lose. Game over now. I think Blackpool have won every playoff they've been in. Have they really? Oh, everyone they can. Interesting. They must be the only team who've won all 3, mustn't they? But there we go. What else have we got here? This is a team who scored 4 goals once all season, and that was at home to Plymouth. There you go. Playoff wins Palace 4. Beautiful stuff. Super Stan. You're getting your flowers here, Super Stan, in the chat. What a hero. There we go. Very superstitious. Okay. I am going to go and grab a coffee. Being as it's been noted that I am running on fumes here, maybe I need a little bit of a perk up going into the second half. Someone was talking about a foul on the keeper. Yeah, I mean, he has a grab at him, doesn't he? Hides it well enough. Be interested to know if VAR would have had a look at that one. But yeah, I suppose it's not an impossible suggestion that Cannon's tug would have been enough to bring a foul from VAR there. Right, I'm going to disappear for 5 minutes. Fill the comments up. Let me just set me a phone timer on here so we do this properly, and you don't see an empty chair when the 5-minute timer comes up. And it is at half-time. Sheffield United 1, Bristol City 0. Kefir Moore with the goal, which means the aggregate scoreline with 1/4 of this tie to go is 4-0 to Sheffield United, who are getting ever, ever, ever closer to confirming a trip at Wembley. We'll see you in 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody. Sheffield United this close, or this close maybe, to Wembley. It's 1-0 at half-time, which means it's 4-0 on aggregate. Sheffield United versus Bristol City. We have now played 3 quarters of this playoff semi-final between the two sides. 3rd versus 6th, and it looks for all the world like Sheffield United will be heading to Wembley. By the way, I will be back with... In fact, let me plug this properly. What did producer Seb say? Who am I on the Sportsman with after this? Tonight, we got Bristol City fan on as well. Pete, I think, Ben, Gab, Simon and Pete. So I'll be chatting to Gab Sutton again. Simon Lillybury will be back. He was obviously at the Coventry game the other night, so we can get his take presumably on Coventry and Sunderland, being he was present, and we got Bristol City fan on as well, reacting to what is very, very, very much looking like a defeat incoming for Bristol City. But can they win this second half? As I said, no team in the last 36 who have attempted the playoffs have lost both games. There's always been at least a draw in there in each of the last, what would that be, 9 seasons. So there we go. Right, what is going on in the comments? Oh, Super Stan is back, everybody. No, we don't have an internet troll apologising, are we? Sorry for being mean. Oh, well, apology accepted, Super Stan. I'm a Bristol City fan and I'm sad. Well, I understand that. Don't take it out on me, but very, very unprecedented events here. We have a troll apologising, so apology accepted, and well done, Super Stan, for getting in there. I wonder what the odds for Bristol City comeback are. Someone go and have a look on Boyle Sport for me. Must be very, very high. What, 500 to 1? Do you reckon they've gone to? Yeah? I don't know. Right. We're about to kick off in the second half. I think they are greasy chip buttying at Bramall Lane ahead of second half kickoff, and they have nearly got the job done. There we go. Oh, damn. Don't want to press that button, do I? That wants to go up there like that. Sorry, what an idiot. My bad. We've kicked off and I made a mess of the clock again. Complete buffoonery on my part. I'm sorry. Right, let's get this clock going. And then we can get in to the second half, where Sheffield United essentially just need to sit here and not concede 4 goals and go to Wembley. It sounds like a reasonable ask for them. Can Bristol City get themselves a draw so they don't go back-to-back defeats? We will find out. Cheers, everybody, by the way. Thank you very, very much for your attendance here tonight on the watch-along. We'll shout out all the super chatters in just a second. McCrory, no subs, by the way. Knight, Bird, McCrory, Knight. It's tight in there. Need to spread this one out wide if they can. There's a foul there. Let's do these super chatters. Thank you to these wonderful people here for their financial support. Ashley, Liam, Samuel, Caden, Gavin, Jack, Dubai Canary, and Paul as well. Really, really greatly appreciated. A 5 super chat target. I think we've had 8, so really, really pleased with that. Thank you so much. Flame Rider, appreciate the stream. Helps those go. Oh no, you're very, very welcome. Keep the chat going. Well, Scott Twine is very good at free kicks. Can he work Mike Cooper here? I mean, the Bristol City fans probably don't want him to work Mike Cooper. They just want him to smash it straight past him into the net. Let's have a look. Twine, a free kick specialist. Here he comes right-footed. Tipped over the bar. He does work Mike Cooper. And makes the save. Corner. Thank you, Jay. Been a great season for the channel and Championship. Thank you. Very, very kind. And I think, if I look at the numbers, I think we might have gone over 46,000 subs today. Yes, we have indeed. Thank you, everybody. Corner goes in near post. Cleared away by Siddy Peck. Yeah, 46,007 subscribers on this silly YouTube channel. So thank you, each and every one of the 46k. How about that? Scenes. Tanner. Viner. How do I think Forest will do well in the Europa League next season? I think they'll do very well, given Man United and Spurs are in the final of one of them. Is it the Conference League? Is it? Which one are Man United and Spurs in the final of? Someone tell me in the chat. On to 50k. That'd be great, wouldn't it? God, imagine that, hey? Who's been watching since we had like 3,000? What a journey, hey? What a journey. I remember when we got 10,000. My God. I thought that was the most amazing thing possible, that. Happy days. Oh, there you go. It is the Europa League. So, yeah, Forest should be getting in the final then, shouldn't they? By that logic. But there's nothing logical about Man United and Spurs. Knight. Viner knocks it onto Roberts. Roberts hospital ball there in to Twine. They've kept it going though. Earthy hits the shot. Good block by Jack Robinson. Just kind of turns, gets his arms out the way. Pring. Roberts. Oh, Roberts bends that one in left-footed. Nice clearance from Burrows on the cover from left back, just tucked in. Sheffield United just pressing, but Bristol City have done well actually on this recycle. They're going to come again now, aren't they, with Tanner? Knight. Viner. Ooh, don't lose that there. Horrible lose by Pring. Now here comes Cannon sprinting forward. Cannon goes forward. Oh, Cannon tried to reverse it back to Moore. Pring apologises. That'd have summed this tie up, wouldn't it? Bristol City having a good spell. And then, whoop, they concede another goal. And it's 5. Oh, this is nice. Hearing when people started watching. During the first COVID season, God, that does seem a million years ago. Dearly Departed. Yeah, a lot of people asking for that series to come back, actually. I remember you watching, looking miserable after every Ipswich. Oh, God, the Paul Lambert Ipswich. Oh, man. Lincoln Blackpool. Happy days, yeah. Oh, corner goes in short. It's deflected. And it is in off the post. Guys, it is 5-0. To Sheffield United on aggregate now. I think we are going to get the double defeat for Bristol City. The corner goes out to the edge of the box. There's a big deflection on that one. It's a bit of a lucky goal. And now we do actually see a big smile from Chris Wilder, who knows this tie is just completely nuked. Now, who's getting the goal here? It's not going to go down as an own goal. It's a nice dummy, massive deflection. It's Harmer who hits the shot. Is it on target? Let's have a look. Yes. So he will get the goal. But the keeper's got absolutely zero chance of saving that, hasn't he? No chance. Just deflects and spoons up in the worst place possible. Big smile from Chris Wilder. And it is Sheffield United 2. Bristol City 0 on the night. That is 5-0 on aggregate. Get your thoughts in. A big thank you to Carbos. I always get this wrong. Norwegian kroner, is that? To the medicine budget. Thank you. You're very, very kind. I did say I was going to give a shout out to all the super chatters. So let's do it now. Get your thoughts in on that goal. And a big thanks to Ashley and Liam and Samuel and Caden and Gavin and Jack. And Dubai Canary and Paul and Carlos for the super chats tonight. Great help. They're looking at the Sheffield United set play coach there by the look of it, who's getting the credit for that one. A lucky deflection. Well worked though. Yeah, you make your luck, don't you, with a well worked corner. And it is 5-0 on aggregate. Sky, no playoff game has ever been won by more than 5 goals. I did not know that. Wow. I'm just racking my brains. Wasn't there one? Someone look this up. Derby Brighton. Can someone look it up for me? Derby and Brighton, I think the year Derby lost to QPR in the final, cross goes in for Wells, headed straight at the keeper. I'm sure that might have been 7-2, but yeah, it wouldn't be more than 5 goals, would it? What was the aggregate on that one? Maybe it was 7-2. I think it was 4-1 and 3-1. Can someone check that for me? What year did Derby lose to QPR in the final? Was it like 2013 or something? 6-2 on aggregate. Okay. I stand corrected. That's a great stat. Fair play, Sky. If they're using the guy Christian, who used to work for ITV, or an equivalent guy, then it'll be right. These people are very good at this. 2015, was it? Yeah. 2-1 and 4-1. You see, I thought it was 3-1 and 4-1. My bad. Moore hits the deck there. No foul. Here comes a counter-attack for Bristol City. In the first legs, there were no home wins. Has that ever happened before? I don't think so across all 3 divisions. Last time it happened in the Championship, the double away win, in fact, was 2008. Oh, cut back from the byline. Bristol City still putting a bit of pressure on here. Bird drives the shot in. That's a great block by Siddy Peck. And this is where you don't want to see people going down and staying down if they're in Sheffield United shirts, because someone could miss a game at Wembley. Better update that score box, hadn't we? Sheffield United 2, Bristol City 0. 5-0 on aggregate. Go and get your parking spot and your train and everything booked, Sheffield United fans. You are going to Wembley. I think, was it Brooks who was down? He's still limping a bit. They need to take him out of the game now. Just wrap him up in cotton wool now. Twine just left one on Peck as well. I mean, a few Sheffield United players probably want to be taken out of this game, wouldn't they? Pepsi Max really is the best cola. Do you know what? In the M&S services down the road, the petrol station, it's a little pack of 4 for £2, which for that place is a bloody bargain, considering they try and sell you one bottle for £2. Happy days. United could play the tea lady now. Right, treble sub for Bristol City. Maguane, Hirakawa and Mehmeti coming in. I thought we might get a triple sub for Sheffield United. Who's coming out? Max Bird, who's had to do a stint in central midfield. I think at the start of the first game, he was kind of playing off the front, and Knight and Williams were in central midfield. Obviously, Williams got injured, didn't he, in the first game. Some nice playoff stories getting told in the chat, as ever. Brilliant stuff. You couldn't give us Sammy Smodics back next season, could you, Ben? I think Ipswich might try and find about 30 uses for Sammy Smodics next season, given his last season in the Championship, 27 goals. Oh, shot driven in by Knight. Cooper completely flat-footed on that. Fans behind the goal there make me think that that was quite close. Hirakawa laid it off. He just opened up on the left foot. He drilled it. Doesn't miss by much. Remember that sliding doors moment, guys, in the first leg of this one. It was Williams who went out of the game, who savaged one against the crossbar, didn't he? Tesco Diet Coke, 40p for 2 litres. Oh dear. What are they putting in that stuff? Ben, retired the Peroni, have we? Forgive me for asking. I haven't been on for a while. Should I say, personally? So I stopped drinking for 1 month. I'll tell you after this corner. See if you can guess when I stopped drinking. Gus Harmer's going to swing it in right-footed. In it comes. Moore's on the back stick, nods it down. Shanked volley by Burrows. And we're going to get counter-attack here with Mehmeti. Kefir Moore tracks him back. And it's out for a throw. And here comes the triple substitution. O'Hare, Brewster, Campbell coming in. I'm guessing Peck, Moore and Brooks. There's Brooks. Looks like Kefir's staying in. Out goes Cannon. Oh yeah, Kefir is going out. Okay, Peck stays in. I just thought Peck they might protect because he got a bit of a... Maybe he'll come out later in the game. Still a sub window to go. Yes, so sorry, as I was saying before the subs, I was going to do dry January 2024. Just do the month, try and lose a bit of weight at the start of that year. And I just haven't stopped since then. And I know we've had the Beer 52 subscription and all of that good stuff. And what has that been now? What is it? January, February, March, April, May... So 17 months now. without any booze for me. So yeah, no Peroni at the moment. O'Hare knocks that in. Ooh, Tyrese Campbell hooks it at goal left-footed. Just goes wide of the post. Didn't really get any pace on the shot, did he? But it could have just bobbled in the corner. That's why I keep getting ill. Nothing to do with Enid. Yeah, maybe. Is this the biggest margin of victory in the history of the playoffs? Apparently so. And Sky have actually got it on the screen now. Leicester and Cambridge, Chelsea and Blackburn, Hull and Watford 6-1 aggregates. West Ham Cardiff 5-0. So one more goal and it would be out on its own as the biggest. It's currently tied. Oh, sorry, that was lovely beer, that, wasn't it? Jay, stop it. You see, you're making me want to get back on it now, aren't you, hey? No judgment, each to their own. Do what you like. It's just been easier for me with the early mornings and whatnot. And a bit better for me weight. Harmer. Peck. Playing really free now, aren't they? Playing well. Burrows puts into O'Hare, but Roberts, they've just got buoyed by the triple sub, haven't they, Sheffield United? Great for the pocket as well. Yeah, right, yeah. My missus finds ways of repurposing that money. Don't you worry about that. I like a social pint, but I hate the way it's thought a bit abnormal. I could recommend a very good book, John, called The Naked Mind, that very fascinatingly discusses that. Last drink I had was Ipswich v Tranmere. Very nice. That's got to be a pre-COVID one, hasn't it? Man. Roberts. Tanner. It's long in the channel. It's gone out of play. There's the great Chris Kamara. A beloved figure in football. Always with a very neat moustache, Chris Kamara. Here come the Blades again. Campbell. Harmer. O'Hare. Harmer. Campbell. They're showing off now, Sheffield United, aren't they? Completed about 25 passes in the last 10 seconds. Firing it about. Giving it away now to Roberts in the left back area. As we head towards the final 20 minutes of this tie. 5-0 to Sheffield United on aggregate. And maybe, I don't know, you tell me in the chat. Does this scrub off the red card being the decisive incident in the whole tie? When the second leg's 2-0 as well, 11 versus 11. I don't know. Or did that change the state of the tie to the point that it's still making a difference now. Pring out, Bell in. Pring's return from injury. Unbelievable, Jeff. What a legend Cammy is. Yeah, it's hard for me to get my missus on the bloody channel now, Ben. I have to put lots of effort into timing that. Getting an agreement, hey? Even though she's always very popular when she's on. Chowdhury. Can Sheffield United go into the record books then? One more goal and this will be the biggest margin of victory in playoff history, according to Sky. And I don't think that's just Championship, is it? Mehmeti. Obviously, they've got to not concede any goals either. Viner, Roberts. You wonder whether this might just go into friendly mode for the last 15, mustn't it? With just the ball getting circulated around and around and around, and everybody wants to go home. Here comes Bell just into the game. Runs into Hamza Chowdhury. Souza with the big Hollywood pass there. Not a good one. Headed away. Breaks for Jason Knight, who's been very good for Bristol City this season. Fit right in at Ipswich, Knight, wouldn't he, eh? But Roberts drills that one in. Does that one deflect off Chowdhury as well? I thought it did. Cooper gathers it. .20 to go. Sheffield United are heading to Wembley. And I suppose we can start thinking in a minute, or 5 or 10, about tomorrow night in Coventry versus Sunderland. And Sheffield United fans are probably going to be thinking that already, who are they going to be facing in the final. Oh, O'Hare, brilliant back heel. Campbell cuts it back. It's going to break for O'Hare. Brewster's there. Brewster hits the shot. Blocked. Yeah, O'Hare is a bit of a demon off the bench at the moment, isn't he? You almost feel like Chris Wilder is winding him up. So he's got a point to prove when he comes into the game. He was fantastic in the first leg, wasn't he? Dummy for the second goal and scored the third one with a brilliant back heel himself. Ben, we need that. Right, what you need to do, Liam, can you tweet Shaylee or go on her TikTok, The Reading Club, and tell her she is needed? If she hears it from the audience, she's far more likely to listen to you than me. Get her in there. Is Everton Stadium finished for next season? Yeah. They're going to be ready to go, aren't they? Last game coming up at Goodison. Is it this weekend or is it next weekend? One of them, because there's only 2 weekends left in the Premier League. Obviously, there was just a double substitution, which I missed. I'm sure Gus Harmer was coming out. Let's see if I can do this without any help from anybody. Is that Jesrak Saki on? He's one of the subs. McCallum on the other side. He normally comes in at this point, doesn't he? I think that might be the double. Tanner, Quarry, McGuane, Tanner, Viner, McGuane, Wells over on the right wing. And we are really going into friendly mode now. Bell on the left wing. Is there at least a goal in this for Bristol City somewhere in the 180? Raksaki's done well to buy himself a foul there. Bell got baited into that one. Was it just Raksaki that came in then? We're not seeing McCallum yet. It's with Bell in the left back area. Broken for Raksaki into the box. O'Hare tries to cross it and gets blocked out. Does feel a lot like they could get their third goal and the double 3-0 here. As Leeds fan, I'm going to miss the Championship for one season. Come on, you can do it. Sophie plays. Someone's got to stay up at some point, haven't they? Why not Leeds? Why not Burnley? Why not Sheffield United, who are going to Wembley? Mehmeti half clears the corner. Chowdhury. Burrows is like on the right wing now because he took the corner, obviously. Chowdhury. Peck. Home he goes to Cooper. 15-ish to go. Here's Raksaki dribbling in. Tries to cut it back. Wells is back defending. Hirakawa. McGuane. Roberts. Mehmeti. Worked out to Bell on the left wing. I'm going to try and switch it the other side. Nice ball. Chest down by McQuarrie. Crosses left-footed. Hirakawa kind of tries to head it and it just flies up in the air. And here comes now the counter for Sheffield United. They've got 4 in it. Bristol City got plenty back though. Fair play. Raksaki to Peck. And back again. Raksaki going down the wing. Tries to feed that one into Peck. Oh, that's unlucky. What a great ball by Raksaki. Flipped up. Really difficult chance on the angle. Gets a good hit on that. It's a great pass, that, isn't it? Really clever from Raksaki. And 1 foot lower, and that's flying in the top corner from Peck. That'd have been a brilliant goal, that, wouldn't it? Don't know whether Knight got something on it in terms of a block. Whether it should have been a corner or not, too hard to tell. Roberts for Bristol City plays it out to Bell. 13 to go. 5-0 on aggregate here to Sheffield United, who are heading to Wembley in 12 days' time. Who's going to be joining them tomorrow night? One thing is for certain, we'll be right here. I'll be sat in this very chair doing it all over again. The fourth of the playoff semi-finals. We'll have covered all four of them. And we'll see if I have remotely any energy to look maybe at Stockport and Orient on Wednesday, which was a great first leg, wasn't it, as well? We shall see. Bell. Ooh, Chowdhury. That looked like a foul to me. Chowdhury does that thing that footballers do where they point at the ball, whether they've fouled the man or not. Don't think he's given a foul there, referee Banks. I think he's just given a throw-in. Doesn't make any difference, does it? Here's McGuane. Shot driven from miles out there and palmed away by Cooper. They're just trying anything to score now, Bristol City, aren't they? Ollie Tanner, right-sided centre-back for tonight. And to be fair to Sheffield United, another one deflected. It feels like they haven't had a clean shot at goal all game, Bristol City. That Sheffield United got something on everything, haven't they? In goes the corner, headed clear. Hirakawa. Knight. Decent spell for Bristol City here to end the game. End the tie. Poor old Bell has been slightly errant a couple of times. Since he's come on, he just runs it out of play. Tom Davis is coming in. Harry Cornick's also coming in. Look very relaxed and all smiles on the bench there at Sheffield United. They know their work is done. Sousa is out of the game. He'll be first name on the team sheet for the final, won't he? They need him. Yeah, Sky are telling us that their win-loss ratio, with or without him starting, flips quite a lot. I will be at the Stadium of Light sellout. Enjoy. Enjoy. Should be good. Nike Wells out. Harry Cornick in. When it goes to Campbell in the box. Campbell goes down O'Hare. Should have scored, shouldn't he? Offside flags up. It's one of those positions where it's like you've got to pick someone out or find the far corner there. And O'Hare just kind of does neither. I mean, yeah, he was offside, wasn't he? Wouldn't have stood. But you expected to see the net ripple, whatever. Who got the second goal for Sheffield United, Jason? Gus Harmer with a gargantuan giant deflection on it. Oh, nice work by Campbell. O'Hare with another back heel. His 15th of this sub-appearance. I'm joking. Knight for Bristol City. McGuane. Tanner. And I'm sure if you polled all 22 players, the majority would vote end this game right now. All done. But we've got to play another 8 minutes-ish plus stoppage time. Sky have just put up playoff record, 9 appearances, 4 finals, 0 promotions, Sheffield United. Well, they're going to a 5th final. God, 4 finals. Here's Brewster. Knocks that one into the channel. Campbell chases. Oh, it's knocked into the box, stepped over. O'Hare, it is 3-0. And it is going to be the biggest ever winning margin in a playoff game for Sheffield United here. It's a 3-0 and a 3-0. That is 6-0 on aggregate. And Harrison Burrows, absolute star breakout here. Drove up the pitch inside. The cross is for him. Step over, whoop, see you later, which makes it very easy for Callum O'Hare to stroke in his second goal of this semi-final. He's come on as a sub and scored in both legs. He joins the club of people to score in more than one playoff game. Gus Harmer was already in it because he scored in 2 games for Coventry a couple of seasons back. O'Hare joins him 3-0. And 6-0 on aggregate. There you go, 6-1 Monkey. Off Watford's back, indeed. Whitewash it is now, isn't it? Absolute hammering. Can someone remember when Sky were doing this? Was it the biggest in Championship history or just in playoff history? I don't recall whether they put up any League One games or League Two. Might just be the biggest in Championship playoff history. I don't know what the exact stat is. Yes, we can't wait for 10 p.m. Come and join me and Gab and Simon. We've got Bristol City fan on as well, who's going to be pretty low. We'll be over at the Sportsman channel after this one. Unpacking a massive semi-final win. There you go, sorry. Pete Hinton from One Stream in Bristol. Can anybody remember what Sky said? Is this the biggest in playoff history period or just second tier playoff history? I've got a feeling they only put second tier games up there. So I think it might be the biggest in Championship playoff history. Say, naughty foul by Campbell on Roberts there, who went airborne as he was trying to clear the ball. Bristol City fans still singing, fair play. Great support for their team, despite the fact they are 6-0 down on aggregate. Without patronising Bristol City for 1 second, did superbly well to get here. Remember their total of 68 points was a very low one in terms of being able to get into the playoffs. This does feel kind of the height of their ambition. As we close up, I hope it doesn't get any worse. 6-0 on aggregate. Sheffield United have nuked this tie, haven't they? What is the lowest points ever to get to? I believe this is the joint lowest ever. I think Leicester got in with 68 before. I think Blackpool won it with 69. But I think to qualify, again, someone can fact check me in the comments. I think Leicester in whatever year, that wouldn't have been the Hog Deeney year, would it? Might have been actually. Got in with 68. Could be wrong about that. So I think this is the joint lowest ever. Over to you, Sunderland, Coventry. Yeah. Cov fans celebrating Hamer and O'Hare goals. Will the Sky Blue old boys meet their former team? They might. Matt. On the predictions earlier, Matt declared, well, it definitely won't be 3-0 again. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt SB, the king of YouTube predictions. What did I go for, Matt? I think I said a draw, didn't I? 1-1. Wrong. No miracles tonight. No. Absolutely not. Sorry, froze up there for a second. That was a bit scary. Oh, is it Deeney Day today? Arguably the greatest single moment in playoff history, that, I would argue. Just incredible moment, that. I'd like to think I witnessed the most incredible, certainly 3-game run. Ipswich in 2000 was just incredible. 2-2, 5-3 and 4-2. And they were behind in every single one of the games about 7 times, I think. Incredible. Chris Wilder just going along the line, congratulating his squad. They're off to Wembley. Tom Davies is down on the deck. Yellow card's actually going to come out for Harry Cornick, I think. He's in the book. Huddersfield went up to the Premier League with a negative goal difference. I think Reading would have as well. I think both finalists were very low on goal difference that season, weren't they? Right, we are coming up to 10 seconds to go. Remember to come and join us over on this Sportsman YouTube channel after this. Simon's going to be there. I think he's blown for full time, sensibly, with no stoppage time. So I'm completely neutral, but I'm going to say well played, Sheffield United. They have cruised their way into qualifying for Wembley 2025. 3-0 on the night here. Kefir Moore, Gus Harmer, big deflection on that one. And Callum O'Hare, the goal scorers. I am going to sign off there. Come and join us for a 10 p.m. start. We might even be able to get on a bit earlier tonight over on the Sportsman channel. Thank you for all of the magnificent support here tonight. Let's give a last shout out to the super chatters: Ashley, Liam, Samuel, Caden, Gavin, Jack, Dubai, Paul, Jay, Lee, Carbos. Thank you, everybody. I've missed Kieran out at the top there. Thank you, everybody, for the magnificent support. We will be back tomorrow night if you're not heading over to Sportsman right now. Really looking forward to Coventry visiting Sunderland with a deficit to overturn. Which of them will be joining the Blades? Sheffield United cruise into the playoff final 6-0 on aggregate. See you over at the Sportsman. And if not, see you tomorrow for Coventry versus Sunderland, or Sunderland versus Coventry. And if not, Sam will be joining us on Wednesday for the Championship check-in to reflect on all of this. Over and out. Well done, Sheffield United. See you on the 24th if you're a Blades fan. 3-0 on the night, 6-0 on aggregate. Join us over at Sportsman.